Why is the lighting like this right now? What the fuck is going on? Bro, lighting is fucking weird right now. What the hell? Why is it like that? There we go. I was confused there for a second. Bro, I'm so happy though right now, bro. After my friend told me a bunch of shit and he kept up with me like on some mental things, I really feel like I'm actually tapping back into a mentality that I lost for a little bit there. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I sort of lost love for what I was doing in a way. And now it's like I know what I'm doing. I know what my path is. I know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. And maybe that's just me being a bitch on some shit and being like, oh, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. But it's like, bro, like I don't know, bro. Sometimes you need someone to basically just fry your shit. Like, just be like, yo, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You need to do this, you need to do that. And like, I'm just blessed that I have someone like that around me that could deadass just tell me some shit like that and show me word for word that he's doing the same thing, but on a whole nother level. And that's the type of inspiration I like to garner from, like the people around me, my surroundings at least. Like, I'm actually getting back to pulling numbers again. Not even just live videos. Like, live videos is slight, it's cool, but mainly from the idea of what I'm doing right now with YouTube. I feel like I'm actually garnering what I need to get done with. And wherever my path leads, if I have to do 3 accounts, if I have to keep up with 3 different forms of, it's cool. I know I could do it. It's all part of the game. Regardless, though, I'm going to be streaming a lot more consistently. I mean, I'm streaming every day. Even yesterday, with me being loopy and off, I still streamed to get done with that video because I knew that was something I needed to do to finish for this week, at least. What is up with the lighting right now? Like, what is up with this lighting? This lighting is insanely horrible. I don't understand that. Alright, that's decent. Like, because I never know what my end goal is on this shit. Like, I don't know what it is that I'm doing all the way sometimes. Like, I don't know, bro. Especially when I first started streaming, I was so into it in a way that I couldn't even explain. Like, my mentality with streaming was way different than it is now. Like, my mentality with streaming is like finalizing things. And I feel like with this channel and the other channel this channel is about to get monetized pretty soon. It's gonna take some time. It's not gonna magically get monetized, but at the rate we're going, we're actually doing really good. Finally, we're doing numbers again. Like, I'm pulling like 50 watch time a day, which is a really good number to reach. Because you do the math, like, you want to have like 1,000 or 2,000 every month. But I realized, like, bro, I'm not gonna rely on lives to basically build me up to that level. Of course, I'm gonna go live regardless, but lives are like a backbone. Where if my videos didn't hit, okay, I still pulled like 10 watch time today, or I still pulled so and so watch time today. That's how I look at it. That's one reason why I'm like, you know what, bro, this is cool. It's straight. Like, I'm gonna continue to fucking go live. I'm gonna continue to do this shit. All my money I make, I'm saving, I'm putting away. But the next step that I'm talking about, I just came to the realization that the next thing I'm gonna be doing is building an app. I'm going to build an app, and I don't know exactly what it's gonna be used for all the way, but it's gonna be an app. I'm gonna build a fucking app and promote the shit out of it. I'm gonna try my best to utilize it and make it the best app possible, and let it have features that are different all across the board. That's what I'm thinking about doing next, is building an app. It's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be random and weird, but that's the next goal that I have in mind. I hate when people are like, oh, new year, new me, but bro, I turn a different age at the beginning of each year because I'm born January 7th. So each year does really do feel like a new version of me, like almost, or like a new stepping stone. And this stepping stone that I'm gonna be doing, it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother thing that I'm, you know, like I get people who are like, oh, bro, like everything's different for, you know, like did that, like.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
But like I actually utilize that shit.
In that case, I suppose you're here to collect. I apologize, but I simply do not have enough caps on me to cover the debt. If someone were to recover my caravan from that cave, I could easily pay in full, but who would bother with such a mess? Damn, I didn't want to hand over all of my caps because I won't have enough to get home to California. Here, take it all. I'll find my way home one way or another.
Nice. Like the way I look at things now is completely different. And I'm so happy that YouTube is like, love you YouTube, because you're gonna be my way out. My personal belief is you're the way out. I don't think it's gonna be some crazy like I'm making $5,000, $100, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm making hella money a month off of YouTube, but you're gonna help me. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm gonna keep being consistent and keep pushing out YouTube videos and being on what I need to do. And I just need to be able to fucking know that I can make a living off of this, or I can make at least a sustainable amount of money that could help me push forward, you know, in the direction I'm trying to get to. It's not going to be easy. There's nothing about this is easy at all. None of it's easy. But it's definitely going to be like, whoa, okay.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Nice. But I do think utilizing, like, I was actually going to build a game, though. That was the first step, was like, oh, you know what? I might build a video game or something. But I've come to the conclusion, like, maybe instead I'll build an app because it takes less time. Like, building a video game will definitely take a period of time that I don't know if even my buddy, like, we're talking, because I want to go in with this. I want to go half and half. Like, we basically put in half of this, half of that, and we put in our time and effort into it. You know, like when I'm streaming and I get done with monetization, like I've been said, like, I don't know when I'm going to get monetized. I have no idea. I wish I honestly didn't. I wish I did clutch up in November and half of December, you know, half of November, half of December, because the amount of things that I would have accomplished throughout that period of time would have been insane. I would have been able to, right now I would be like, okay, time to do the next step. But now I'm like, no, I got to get done with this too. But it's whatever. I'm going to utilize editing and reacting to content, though. Like, I am going to utilize this. I need to make sure that everything works, or else it's nothing. It's a waste. This is all part of the plan.
Hey, man. Can you spare a few caps? Whoa. Yeah. I guess the Garrett sent you after me? Look, I've got the caps right here. Just don't hurt me.
You don't treat the Garrett's and walk away. Call up the rest and you're a rat.
Okay. Here. That's everything I've got except the clothes on my back. I'm sorry about this.
Heh, I think I'll make an example of you. Give me your clothes or you get dead.
Anything. Take it. Just don't kill me, man. I won't. Thanks for not killing me.
That's sort of fucked up. Man, you gotta do what you gotta do, though. I didn't get to watch episode 3 yet. I'll probably watch that tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
How are you today? Santiago is fabulous. Santiago does not owe anyone. Santiago is a free side VIP.
VIP, the Garrett said nothing about VIP status.
Yes, indeed. Santiago is very important. I even have a discount in Mick and Ralph's. Perhaps you could use Santiago's discount. For 50 caps, Santiago will tell you the super secret code word to get a discount with Mick.
I don't even know what this discount is worth.
25 caps will do. Tell Mick Santiago sent you, and the code word is extravaganza. He will set you up. Sir, Santiago told you. Santiago has no debts.
I'd rather not kill you, but Francine put a bounty on your head.
I didn't think she was upset enough to have me killed. Here are the caps, Al. I do the Santiago Act to get out of paying for services every once in a while. I didn't think it could possibly get me killed. I'm sure I'll hear about you again soon.
Hell yeah. Now it's time to return with the cops. We're talking about consistency. I think I've streamed every single day for the last like 15 days. I'm pretty sure. And I'm not letting up either. Like at all. I'm not letting up. Of course it hasn't been for a long time though. Like I used to stream like 6 hours every day. Nowadays I'm like streaming like 3 hours. Like today I'll probably stream honestly like 2 hours and 30 minutes to 3 hours. Like once it hits 8, usually I'm like, yeah, let me go type shit. Hold on, let me make sure I like this video real quick because I just posted it. Always got to make sure this shit's right. Bro, I love the fact that like I don't know, bro, like sometimes, bro, when you get reminded of all the shit that you're supposed to do and you're actually supposed to keep up with shit, you feel so much better. Like sometimes you need a reminder in your life that makes you just go, bro, time to clutch up. You feel me? Like I just love it. I love that feeling of clutching up, and it's different than just the money. It's like the aspect of owning something to your name, leaving something behind. I feel like that's way more valuable than anything in the world. Of course, being successful with money is a big thing too, but having something under your name that you worked your ass off for and actually like push towards like achieving like big goals, you know, like I love achieving goals. Like one goal I have is getting a house because I want something that I could live in and that it could structure my shit better. Like I love the idea that you could basically achieve whatever you put your mind to. Like I love that shit. It's inspiring to me. Even right now I'm streaming to nobody, but I love the feeling of this. Like I love everything. Like I love it all. Like life is so fucking beautiful sometimes when you work for everything you do.
I heard Benny sent his goons after you. You're one hell of a survivor to make it out of the tops alive. I don't care how you handled those lumps of human refuse, but you got the job done. We need you to hunt down another person. That son of a bitch McCaffrey stole a ton of caps and ran off to Vegas. I guess the fact that we farmed out his usual work to you pissed him off. No one steals from the Garrett twins. If you can kill that bastard and bring back as much as you can, you'll be paid very well. Good. Just stop on back when he's dead and you'll be rewarded handsomely. Bring his hat as proof of the kill. Talk to you later.
Dude, I have to take a fucking shit. I'm gonna go take a shit. But I always get this random burst of inspiration, but I knew beforehand that I was gonna level this up. It's just like I didn't know where my mind was at in certain areas of this, you know? Like sometimes I sort of get confused with like what is my path in this shit. But all it takes is, I swear to God, like this is why I love live streaming, because it's like gambling. It really is like gambling. It's like either you pull fucking nobody, you pull like 3-4 viewers at max, or you dead ass hit 20 viewers and then you're like, oh shit. Like there's so many aspects to this. This is why I love streaming. This is why I love doing what I do. Same with posting videos. You could post a video, it only gets 20 views, or you could post a video and it gets fucking, let me call my bro real quick. All right, looks like this is fried. I hope this works. Close. What the fuck, bro? I don't know what is going on right now. I hope this works. If not, like I say, bro, like I never just end lives ever. I'm gonna continue to hit it, continue to hit that button. Don't care. This is the last one though. If this doesn't go through, then I'm gonna just fucking react to videos. So dead ass. I'm just gonna react to videos. I generally don't care. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, looks like we're reacting to videos. Looks like we are reacting to videos. Let me go over to docs, scenes, sources, all types of shit. Audio mixer, scene transitions, controls. Oh, I totally forgot my fucking audio's off. Oh shit. All right. Cool. All right. Why South Carolina is not like any other state. Trump just authorized the Great Reset. All right, but we're gonna react to this video right here. All right, cool. Next YouTube. Apocalypse fantasy, casting women. America's identity crisis. All right, bet. Let's see here. I'm not gonna react to that video because that video is weird. That's a weird video. Let me subscribe to this guy. All right, I actually cannot wait for this. All right. Let me make sure I delete all my other videos because there's so many videos right now that I gotta delete. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta make sure my fucking everything is cleared out. Oops, wrong video, local disk. Users, Chaz. Delete. Yes, delete all those. It's good to do a little deleting. Make sure everything is out of the way. Videos. Let's delete these. All right, bet all those are deleted. X out of that. All right, next. All right. Delete projects. Yes, delete those projects. Hell yeah. All right, now everything is moved over. Hell yeah. It's good to be able to delete some shit. All right. Let's get these reactions in. Let's see what's going on. I got a lot of reactions to do. All right, bet. Make sure desktop audio is on. Everything's on. Whenever Eco joins up, which probably won't be today. I don't know. At this point, I don't think he's going to join up. I'm not going to lie. All right. Let's do it.
No, you're not.
Yo, what is up with my... Oh, my God. What is up with this right now? Hold up. What is up with this... This quality? It's at 1,000 premium enhanced bit rates. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Let's try it with 1,000 HD. Like I was like looking at that. I'm like, bro, why does this look so bad? This is a crazy ass intro. I've never seen Dante use this intro before. Maybe I'm out of date.
Yo, the only thing old about this whole space of content creating and streaming is the old jokes that come with it. And not only am I talking from a standpoint of just seeing it happen to other people.
I think that's a big thing is that there's a lot of people who think that being in your 20s is old. When in general, like you look at it like this, right? I'm 22, turning 23. And for people to be like, you're old, like you're unk. It's like, bro, if I was into basketball, like I remember when I was a kid, I never looked at someone who was 22, 23 as old or unk. That's just degenerate. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I'm projecting. I don't know because I'm old, right? But think of it this way. When you're playing basketball, if you're in the NBA, I'm a rookie damn near. Like I'm a rookie or first year, second year player. Like I'm not even in my prime yet. I haven't even gotten out of my rookie contract yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you have to look at it sometimes. Like you're 27 years old, you're in your prime in the NBA. You're 27 to 34, 33, you're in your prime. And for people to be like, "Oh my God, you're 23, you're you're old." And it's like, what else? Like, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube has been a space for people that are of all ages and sizes. Same with Twitch, you know, like all ages. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be fucking 12 years old on here. You could be fucking 35, 40, you know, like it's your world, your audience. I'm more attract people that are older than me on my content at least. But I mean, I don't get the big standpoint of like unk status. Like being a uncle means you have to be a dad. And like being in your 20s, you're most likely not a dad yet. You're most likely a dad in your 30s. So I could see people calling someone who's in their 30s unk. I could understand that a little bit. I still don't think you're old, but you're definitely, if you could be a dad, you could be an uncle at the same time. Like you could, but like, come on, bro. We're like in your 20s, you're not old.
But yes, bitch, personally as well. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, I've been doing this for about 10 years. I am 33 years old.
Whoa. He's 33 years old. Dude, oh my God, I totally forget. I forget that like dead ass, a lot of people started out in 2016. Like that's the one thing that blows my mind is like, I forget that a lot of reaction channels and content like DDG, all the, you know, bigger names, they all started out in 2016, 2015. So like it is mind blowing to see that like it's 2026, you know, and I was like in 8th grade at that time, but he's 10 years older than me. Damn. That's not a big deal though. I mean, in the 10-year span that he's worked on this, he's probably a multimillionaire. He's built up a lot of things, you know, like YouTube channels. He has a whole platform. And he's, honestly speaking, Dante is one of the biggest reasons why I react to videos or I keep up with shit. You know, like he's a good ass content creator in general. Like, I don't know.
Can't you see what's going on here?
Yes, bitch. Is that a problem?
This man is dying.
Also, why when I Google my name, you guys are asking if I have a kid? And not only that, it says I have a son named Demir, sometimes spelled Damir. No, it's not sometimes spelled Damir. It is spelled Damir.
I will eat your babies, bitch!
I just don't get why in some people's head they're under the assumption that once you reach a certain age, you should stop having fun.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
You should stop going out.
I think the big thing too is like, bro, I think recreational fun is not a bad thing. You know, I don't judge 60-year-olds for going to the club or doing dumb shit, you know, having fun. But at the same time, it does depend on what they're doing with their lives. You know, like if you're 60 years old and you're actually like keeping up with a job, you have like, you know, like you have a structured life, you know, like why would you not want to have fun? You've worked for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? You know, if you're over here and your life is having fun, you have nothing going for you. I mean, and you're 50, 60 years old and you're just having fun. It's like, bro, you should clock in and then have fun after, you know, like get done with, you know, it's like the saying when you eat food, get done with all your veggies, get done with all the shit you don't want to eat. Then you can have dessert, you know, like enjoy, get everything done with that you don't want to do. That's what being an adult is. And then have fun, bro. Like, you know, what's the point of life? You feel me? Like we're going to die. Like you're not cool. You feel me? And a big thing too is like a lot of people were like, oh, my morals, nah, bro. Like you never catch me doing that. That's lame. Like, bro, you're commenting under a YouTube video, TikTok video, Instagram video. You're fucking lame. Like, I'm not going to sit here and hate on people that comment on my videos or comment on other videos, but like, don't sit here and call people corny or call people lame when you're over here commenting on videos. Like you're a fucking consumer. You're a viewer. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's no hate to people that view, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I find it very hypocritical for someone to basically comment underneath a video or be a commenter person in general and you're a consumer. You're corny. Your whole ideals in your life is corny. You're a waste of space. You feel me? Like, and that might be fucked up to hear, but that's just the truth, bro. You're a fucking consumer. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being a consumer, but don't sit here and be on some like, I'm different. I got a moral, bro, you're a consumer. Like, you're a cornball. You're the definition of a loser.
Outside, you should stop playing games. Now, there's a few things that happen on the internet with creators when this constantly keeps happening. Creators start to feel like they need to hide their age because they don't want to get judged. Like, imagine being ashamed of how old you are. I'm assuming that a lot of these viewers, the people that have time to even watch streams and shit like that, have to be children. So to them, anything over 25 is super old. But goddamn, it gets to the point where it's like, what do you expect to happen as soon as you get into your 20s? The way the internet is moving, you need to be having a house by 25, 3 kids by 30, and retired by 32. I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute because
Yeah, the mindset of a lot of people is like they live their lives through other people. Like you'll see an 18-year-old that's like, I'm 18 and I'm ultra successful. Like that's a 0.0001% chance that you'll ever be like that. Unless you're grinding your ass off and you get in the right direction. I know people that are 23 that make a good amount of money per month and they put their mind and effort into the certain things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could actually sustain something, and that's good for you, you could do it. But like, don't sit here and think that you're that person. Like, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be cool, bro. Like, let your actions speak louder than your words. Like, I personally don't know if I'm going to be a millionaire. I personally don't know half of this shit that's going on. I have control over my life, so I know that I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. But don't sit here and be like judging other people for being older and not having the things that you think you should have at that age, you know? Like, I do think having a car and having a full-time job should be part of being an adult. And a full-time job could be anything. It could be a income in general. But to sit here and be like, oh, my God, by 30, you got to have this. By 40, you got to have that. Bro, in my eyes, yes, I want to be retired by the time I'm 40. I don't want to be working a job at all. Now, my main goals are to get money management, you know, like get my shit right, always put my money to the side, manage it perfectly fine. And I do want to have a family by the time I'm like 28 to 33. That's like the range that you should be getting married and having kids and, you know, at least something, you know, you should be completely structured at that point. But other people are different, you know, everybody's different.
I feel like since hitting 30,
This man is dying.
and reaching unk status, it's turned from something small to where anything they do, they too old to be doing it. Now, I don't know where some of these people getting their references from. I don't know if they are projecting, but I will let you know right now, the closer you get to 30 doesn't mean the closer you need to get to being depressed and sad and hating the world. I think a lot of people aren't living the life that they want to live already at the early age of 18, 19, or 20. And to see people who are older than them enjoying their life is a shock to them. I don't know if they're not seeing it with their parents, but just because mommy and daddy are fighting and hating life and hate their job and take it out on you and shit doesn't mean that's how the rest of the world operates. I think a lot of the internet people get their insight on movies and TV shows where it's always the disgruntled old guy hunched over in his office chair, typing and pushing papers at a dead-end job with a wife that he hates. But I promise you, that doesn't have to be the life that you live or the life that you project onto others. Now, there will be those who swear by it that it's just jokes and it's not that deep. Their favorite go-to line. But it gets to a point where, as someone who's in their 30s,
This man is dying.
what's the joke? Where's the funny? If it ain't that deep, why does it keep getting spammed? I'm not mad about it. It's just like annoying. Annoying enough to where I want to talk about it. I am a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. I am currently getting into anime on my Patreon, watching shows such as Attack on Titan.
Oh, shit!
JJK. Full Metal Alchemist.
Your organs were taken away as a testament to your sin, and they cannot be brought back. But I did rearrange your entrails somewhat to improve the flow of blood.
This nigga rearranged her guts? He's a cuck. Am I too old to be doing that? Should I, in fact, be reacting to the fucking news? Netflix documentaries? No, bitch, it's free fucking will. Now, like I said, I've been dealing with this since I've turned 30.
This man is dying.
But I haven't seen people deal with this as much as I've seen Senna and Valkyrie deal with it. I remember seeing this a while ago, and it was just, it's like the stupidest thing to me. Senna posted a picture. I think she was in a fucking bathing suit. And I kid you not, niggas was mad because she's pushing 30.
Fuck the kindness. I'm gonna say it. If you're over there quoting like a picture of me and you know who you are with your bum ass Twitter account, okay? There's a few of y'all, and you say things like, "Oh, these women are pushing 28, by the way." Do you prefer kids? Do you prefer kids? And based on, you know what I mean, the way you act, I would say that you do, because that's half the tweets that you do.
Now, to the people who...
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, like, the internet is a big-ass hypocrite. Like, they'll throw you under the bus for, like, the most simplest shit. You feel me? And then they'll also throw you under the bus for the opposite side of shit, too. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and that's a big thing, too, is, like, being a content creator, you basically rely on people's opinions to build you up, you know? Like, and sometimes fighting those opinions can cause you to be shelved almost. That's one reason why content creation is so toxic, you know, because it's like you don't know what the fuck, what's the next trend? Do you know what's right and what's wrong? Like, you know, like, because they'll have, like, fucking weird mentalities on shit. You know, like, a woman's beautiful. You know, like, what are we talking about? A 30-year-old woman is, like, I don't understand this shit. A person in their prime, in my eyes, is like a 25-year-old to, like, a fucking 35-year-old. And that goes for everybody. You're in your physical prime around that range. And for people to be like, you're old, you're pushing 30, like, bro, you're in your physical fucking prime. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you're in your fucking prime. This is like literally your peak physical abilities. Like, I don't understand that shit. You know, but it's cool though, bro. A lot of miserable people want to push out their shit. You know, misery loves company. I personally don't give a fuck. I stand on both sides on shit. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit.
Love to say it's just a joke. It's not that deep. Genuinely. What even is the joke? What are you truly mad at? Niggas can't post Instagram pictures anymore? And to get a little bit more serious, people don't realize what may be just jokes to you might be something that someone is actually dealing with on a daily basis mentally. It might weigh heavy on their mind. Things can start off as a joke and you laugh it off, you brush it off, but at the end of the day, you are this age that they hold so old in their mind. And you can't revert your age. You can't change anything about it. You just have to live with it.
I'm here to address the allegations. The allegations being that, yes, the rumors are true. I am aging.
It gets to a point where it could actually honestly mentally break you. And to some people who are getting bashed because they're aging, make you wonder, yo, what's the point? Should I be doing this? Should I just stop? What seems insignificant to you may hold a huge significance to that person, which is why we see so many celebrities or people with the money to get different things change themselves completely. Lip fillers, nose. Now, I'm not saying all of them do it because of what other people are saying on the internet. A lot of people do it because they just genuinely want it. There is the other side of the coin of people who do those certain things because of what others are saying about them. Now, obviously, with your age, you can't reverse it. You can't change it. It's just going to keep going up. And to some people, especially trolls, it's the easy thing to attack. But that's the thing. The shit doesn't have any power. It honestly doesn't matter. Now, I'm not invalidating any people who feel some type of way, who are really hurt by these people who say these things. But I'm just saying it dead ass don't matter. I'm not gonna go the whole route of, yo, the most successful people started in their 30s or started in their 40s. Da-da-da. It's never too late to die. Because I feel like that's the first thing people say when they're older and they're getting clowned for being older. It doesn't matter. Everybody's time frame is different. The real issue is comparison. Everything gets compared to something. Everybody is getting...
Yeah, comparison is the biggest, like, bro, I build up all my shit. I do whatever I can. I do like, I got 2 YouTubes that I've been building up to monetization. They're both monetized. You know what I'm saying? I save up my money. Bella, what are you doing, dude? Bella, go. Bro, it's like the 3rd time my dog has like come in my room in the last like 10 minutes. Like, what the hell? I love dogs, but I just don't get it, bro. A lot of comparisons basically lead to like basically straight up depression. And sometimes comparisons could build you up to where you could basically achieve more because you put yourself in a shitty position where you're surrounded by people that are way more successful than you. And it builds up your mentality, and it could also bring you down too, but it's definitely, it's a test. It's a big ass test. I don't like comparing myself though to other people. Like, cool, you're making this much a month and I'm making this much a month, and I'm not just working a job and you don't work a job, or you just work, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm not at the same level as you doesn't mean that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. You know, like, I'm not actually achieving anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a big thing too, is a lot of people with like egos are so fried and so big on certain things that they don't see the truth in certain areas. Like, they just want to be like, oh, no, like, no. Like, I don't know, bro. And I love all my friends, and, you know, like, I don't hold them accountable for certain things. You know, like, sometimes, like, it's a good reminder to myself to, like, hey, like, I got to keep going. Like, when am I stopping? Well, why am I not achieving more? Because, you know, it's life. But sometimes, though, bro, like, you got to hold your friends accountable, bro. Like, if they're in the way for you to do what you want to do and succeed, maybe they aren't the right friends to have. I don't know. Doesn't mean you drop your friends, but it's just like, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. That's why I picked YouTube, because I'm comfortable with it. You know, I didn't pick anything else because I'm very comfortable with YouTube. I know how it works.
Getting compared to somebody else. A lot of people are comparing themselves to the next person. That's the issue. And you will never mentally be in the position that you want to if you are constantly looking at the next person and what they're doing. And that especially goes for the people that's saying you too old to be doing it. Because if you really think about it, if you really want to look at it, even if you 16, 17, 18, if you are just on the internet watching other people and then typing about said person instead of being outside, hanging out with friends, doing more important things, you too old to be doing that. And before them actually dudes come in here, obviously there's some shit that you gonna be too old for. If I gotta point it out for you, you're a weirdo, okay? Side note. Don't you hate the type of niggas that when you make a point about something, let's say for an example, tell them they can do anything they want to do in life, and then that one nigga proceeds to say, so I'm gonna rob a bank. I'm not talking to you. Some people they're just beyond talking to. But this video is not even to talk to them. It's not even to trying to convince people. The internet's still gonna do what the internet still wants to do, regardless of what I say or regardless of what anybody says.
You're not like the mover. You're not the person who's going to basically change everybody's mind. That's just how this is. Nobody's going to change anybody's mind. I wish it was like the flip of a finger to where everybody could just accept the idea that there's different niches and culture things that go on in every YouTube channel. Every channel has a different outlook to things. I just get tired of people like making it where this is a fact. A lot of people believe that these opinions, and it goes for everything, morals, whatever your morals are, whatever the fuck you think, and how, oh, you're too old to do this. Oh, no, you can't do that. Like, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. No, that's lame. That's an opinion. At the end of the day, it's a fucking opinion. It's not a fact. It's never going to be a fact. It's a fucking opinion. And to make it seem like it's a fact and make it seem like this is a regular thing is just stupid as shit to me. I don't believe that this should be a regular idea in everybody's mind. You know, like I know people that are dead ass 20 years old. I'm 22, turning 23. I know people that are 20 years old telling me, oh, you're like, of course I don't mind being called big bro, but it's like, bro, you're 22, bro. You're 23. Like, yeah, no shit. You're 20 years old. Like we're in the same bubble. Like I always look at it as like, if you're 18 to 24, you're in the young adult phase, right? Because you're most likely in college. Because, you know, you might be taking 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, right? And you're basically becoming an adult. You're 18 to 24, you're a young adult. Then when you're 25 to 32, you're an adult. You're not a young adult, you know, basically growing into this shit anymore. You're now like old enough to where it's like you probably got your credit going. You probably live on your own. You might have a full-time job. You know, you're done with school. You know, you might be having a family. You might be settling down. And then after that, that's when you become you become more of a structured human being, you know, like 33 to like 40, whatever. That's when you're like in your, I don't know though, bro. Everybody's different, but I hate how everybody looks at this aspect that like you're too old to do certain things. It's like lame. Like, bro, at the end of the day, you commenting on under this shit is lame. Like, what are you talking about?
This is more of just for me, which is how the internet is supposed to be. This is YouTube. But I feel like a lot of people forgot that. But to anybody that is watching and can relate to what's going on, whether you're in the streaming space or whatever space you're in, you're going to have people tell you too old to be doing that. Whether you want to be an artist, you too old to be drawing, you want to be a musician, you too old to be singing, you want to be whatever it is you want to be. Any goal that sounds out of reach to that person, they will try to down you before you could even get a chance to make it out there. It's really something within themselves. There's a reason why you're in the position you're in, and they're not. That mindset alone shows that there are already blockades in the pursuit of whatever it is they're trying to achieve. You're not going to be a teenager and automatically know what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's not how it works. A lot of shit happens through
experience, and you only get experience through age. So to any of my old heads out there, my unks, my aunties, keep doing you. Keep living your best life. Keep stacking this money, because at the end of the day, these little niggas got to watch somebody. I would drop this bitch, but I don't want to break it.
Much love, bro. I love Dante's videos, bro. He's OG.
Recording this video, it is this. So as I'm currently recording this video, it is December 31st.
Bro, this is the back-to-back videos of how 30 is not old. I just reacted to a Dante video. I didn't even realize that. Also, why is this camera like that? Hold up real quick. Is this camera like, what the fuck?
AKA New Year's Eve. The reason I did quotations right there is because we all know the real New Year's is in April when springtime hit. But I digress. Tomorrow is New Year's, and that will mark 10 years since everybody's favorite year, 2016. It also puts us closer to the year.
In my range, bro, I don't believe that 2016 was the best year. I think it was a range of years, in my opinion. I think 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 were like the best 4 years of my existence. Like, not even just like, oh, you peaked. You know, I was in middle school during this period of time. But I think it was mainly just from the vibe and the essence of everything going on. Like, basketball was goated. Football was goated. You know, music was at an all-time high. You know, like everything was like the vibes of everything was just, the air was cleaner. People weren't so freaked out. I don't know how to explain. Like after COVID, like mind you, I was like in 10th grade when COVID hit, and I remember like everyone just started to freak out. Like everybody just like nobody had. It wasn't like a build up to anything anymore. Like relationships started just. Like people like to be like all this and that, like, and then the red pill shit happened. Like, bro, people dead ass during COVID, it exploited the emotions of whatever you had and exaggerated it almost and made it where everybody just feels it just felt way different. I was in a relationship at the time, and I was in a relationship for like 3 years, so I didn't get to experience that fucking weird void that people went to the red pill for, because you basically were by yourself for like 7 months, you know, like you didn't have any play, you didn't have any girl or anything, or maybe the other way around, you didn't have a boyfriend or whatever the fuck. And they exploited that to where it's like people just got freaked the fuck out. People were freaky as fuck when we got back to school, bro. I swear to God, it was the weirdest shit I ever seen. I didn't even know what a 2-man was until after COVID. Like, I didn't even know half of this shit was even possible. And then everything just got exploited. It was like, I mean, people were just giving it up left and right. It was insane to me, bro. Like, I can't even fathom what the fuck happened after that shit, bro.
2050 than the year 2000, which is just mind-blowing. And also for me personally, I turn 25 next year. Yes, I know, hit me with the unks. But in today's video, man, I want to like do a part 2 to my pushing 30 video. It was only 5 minutes long, very short, but I was basically talking about ageism and how my generation, Gen Z, we are so fixated on age and being young forever. Now 30 years old, to a lot of younger people, it seems very old. When I was in my teens and when I was younger, I thought the same thing. Now that I'm getting closer and closer to that age, it's like it's still very young. Now y'all know I always gotta bring race into everything. That's just me. But I recently came across a tweet, and it was interesting to me. Someone tweeted, "Black people gotta let that 30 years old mentality go." I'm pretty sure that's rooted in some subhuman slavery bullshit. He might not be wrong. That's why we gonna look into it. So I just looked up the lifespan of slaves in America. The average lifespan of an enslaved person in America varied, but was tragically short, with some estimates for the U.S.
Yeah, that is crazy. A lot of people forget though, it's like nowadays being 30 is like you're in your prime. Honestly speaking, right when you hit 30, you're basically in your physical prime as a human being. Like if you keep up with yourself, 30 is your prime. I find it so funny that people think that like, oh my God, you got to be like, it's like that weird mentality where it's like you got to be 20 or 18 to be in your prime. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now? Like, you're not at your peak until you're like 25 to 30. You're not in your physical prime at 18. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You're still a young adult. You know, 18 to 24, you're a young adult. You're not fully, of course you're developed, but you're not developed mentally or physically at the level that you know, it keeps going. You're not done growing, you know, mentally at least. But people's mindset is just like, oh my God, you're 24 years old, you're old as shit. Like, bro, I haven't even fully reached my potential yet. I haven't even reached where I'm supposed to be at. Your 20s, you're supposed to do what you have to do. You know, like this is the youth outside of the house type of age where you're done, you know, you're done being in school most likely. You know, you're out here exploring the world and enjoying your life, you know. And then when you're 30s, you settle down. You know, you might settle down earlier than that, but that's how I look at it. Is like your teens, you're supposed to enjoy yourself, have fun, you know, and basically plan to be an adult. You know, you're becoming a young adult almost, you know. Once you turn like 18 to 24, you're in that young adult phase for sure. Like you're in college, you know, you got a car, you got a job, most likely you're saving, you're learning new things day by day. Then when you reach that 25 to 32 range, that is your prime, physical prime, most likely, if, you know, you keep up with yourself. And your mental as well. You're really leveling into shit, and you're actually like thinking outside the box. You're using a whole nother retrospect of your brain that you didn't have before. But, you know, I feel like these generations fried, cooked, because, you know, the amount of weed and the amount of carts and all these drugs people do, it's insane, bro. Like,
That's around 30 to 36 years, while brutal sugar plantations in the Caribbean saw life expectancies as low as 7 to 9 years. Golly. So I'm not trying to reach or anything, but we make it see that correlation right there. Now, you know, I find this funny because I don't think, like, in the white community, I'm not white, so I don't know, but as far as, like, when I hear them talk,
he's not white? No,
they use 30 as a very old marker. I came across this conversation,
but that's the thing, though. That's the thing. 30 is not an old marker in general. It's just, like, a marker of, like, being a full adult. You're an adult now. But people assume that being an adult is like, oh my God, you're unk, you know, like, or you're just like old as shit. Like, I don't think you're old as shit until you're like fucking in your 60s. And even then, nowadays with the technology we have and like the medical capabilities, like a lot of people could live to be 70, 80, 100 years old. Like, it's not impossible to live your life that long. You know, it's just like when you're young, you want to be like, I want to experience life and be rich young, but it doesn't really work like that. You know, keep your mind leveled up. You know, you might not be that 18-year-old that randomly hits day trading and, you know, you learn all this shit. Now I'm 18 with a Lamborghini. That might not happen for you. You know, you might be 30 something and that happens. You know, like, of course, it's not exactly how you want it to be, but at least you're not, you know, you're not fucked. You feel me? Like, what are we talking about?
These dudes were talking. It was in some like podcast. They were all white men. And I swear one of them was like, man, we just some kids. Whole time, them niggas was like 28, 29. I'm like, I don't, what's a kid? And maybe this was just an instance, but I don't know. Now I want to move away from race because in my honest opinion, I feel like we just live in a generation, white or black. Everyone is fixated on age. Everyone wants to be the youngest to do things. If you listen to any of these high schoolers, bro, they want the fastest car now. They want millions of dollars. And it's just like, at the snap of a finger, no work put in at all.
I know, yeah, bro. I think one video that made me really look at this differently was when it was a DDG video. It was just like this little Hispanic kid that deadass was just shitting on DDG. He was like, I'm just going to hate on you just because I can. And I remember DDG made a good example of like, you might not fuck with me, but like I've made millions of dollars and you might not listen to my music and any of that shit. And the dude basically was like, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be and like, oh my God. It like put me in a mindset where I like deadass didn't see it before, but it's like that mindset of being so young, you just like, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. Like, what's your plan? Like, what is it? You feel me? Like, I think you need to stay the fuck down and stop speaking out on what you're doing. Or even if you're not doing it, just do it and shut the fuck up. You feel me? Like, if you're not a millionaire, cool. But that type of ego is an empty, inflated ego. It's false confidence until you can back it up. I say a lot of people nowadays, what I like the way explain TikTok and YouTube or whatever type of, you know, these young people. And I'm young too. I'm literally 22, turning 23. I'm not old. But like, I feel like it's a lot of false confidence in the youth nowadays where it's like this false, like you just think you're him, or you think, oh, I'm not, I have aura, I have this, I have that. And it's like, it's just false confidence in my eyes, bro. Like, I just look at it as all false confidence. Like, until I see actions before, like, I don't care, bro. Actions speak louder than words. I don't care about all this shit you're talking about, bro. Do it. You know, stop yapping about it. Just do it. You fucking, like, come on. You're a loser, bro. If you can't do it, you're a fucking loser, bro. You're lame.
And what people don't understand is, man, you're going to get the best satisfaction during the grind. Like, it's the anticipation, you know,
Facts.
Until getting to your goal. I like to make
like, the biggest thing in my life right now is, like, reaching goals. You know, like, not having a goal doesn't seem like a fitting life. And that goes for a lot of people. Like, yeah, you could work your job day by day. You know, maybe your goal is becoming a manager or GM. Cool, as long as you're getting there. But my biggest goals are literally right in front of me, you know, like right now, what I'm doing. You know, my biggest goals is to get my second channel monetized and then get a third one, and then I'm good, and then start actually building it up in a way that I want to, and start editing videos the way Antonio's editing them, or, you know, like maybe Dante, you know, learning from other people that have succeeded in the path that they're doing. You know, I look up to people like him. So like, if you, that grind before that goal is so fucking satisfying. It's like it's like a dopamine. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you might not even be making money from what you're doing, but you just fall in love with it. You love that feeling that you're one step closer than you were the day before. And every day is a new day to, you know, experience it. Every hour is a new period of time for you to grind. And the grind is what people fall in love with the most, I feel like. And if you don't have that love for the grind, then you can't do it. You know, like, if you're too busy procrastinating, you won't. What are you doing?
Analogy for all my gamers, right? Everybody played GTA 5 online. When you was level 1, when you was grinding that game, when you was getting to that, you know, trying to get to level 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, that was when it was the most fun. When you got to the highest level and you had all the mansions, all the cars, all the guns, it was boring. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we see so many rich people nowadays, influencers, saying they got mental problems. Castanet coming out saying he had mental problems. And a lot of people can't fathom that money don't equate to happiness. Although money does make things easier, it will not automatically equate to happiness. And I think the thing is, bro, with Castanet, even not even to pivot, me and him around the same age. I think he's 23, I'm 24. But Kai is, shit, that nigga done did everything. Any accomplishment you want to think about, man, he's most famous, most money.
This is the one thing that also, like, I respect about Kai as well, even though I don't know him at all and I know some parasocial shit, but it's like, he does have goals for himself in a way where it's like he's not finished. Like, he's like, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to build up this Mathiathon. I'm going to build it up 3 times, and I'm going to, you know, I have goals. Then he's going to build up other people like the Clover Boys and all these other people that, you know, join up. He has goals in front of him. Maybe he wants to be an actor next, you know, like, and I think that's a good way to keep yourself going, because when you do become rich and you do have a lot of success, it is hard to maintain like that happy mentality without goals in front of you. That's why some celebrities are happier than others, because they continue to work regardless of how rich they are. You know, there isn't no comfortable, you know, like the rocket ship doesn't stop halfway to look down at the earth that is flying above. It keeps going until it reaches Mars. You know, like you need to fucking lock the fuck in and just keep having new goals, having new little passions. That's why I don't judge people for having goals. Like, as long as you work a job and you're consistent with what you do and you can pay bills and you're a working class human being, like you can work, have goals, like set stuff up for you to succeed. There's no reason not to. You're a human being who wants to evolve. You know, like what's the point of living if you're living day by day working for someone else? You know, of course, work for someone else like to make the money, but you know, grind, work for yourself too. Like, you know,
LeBron James, like, damn, nigga, I want to meet LeBron. You know what I'm saying? He's done did all that, so maybe he just feel, you know? But to get back on track, man, you know, even the age of 30, 40, 50, these ages aren't old. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't hit their stride until maybe mid-30s, early 40s, you know?
Big thing, Morgan Freeman didn't even become a successful actor, at least become an actor, till he was like, what, in his 50s or 60s or some shit? Like, he was old. And, you know, like, that's why people forget is like, bro, like, you're not just going to randomly pop off in your fucking 18, 20s, you know, like, you're not, it doesn't always work like that. You know, just be very patient and keep grinding, keep having that in front of you. Like, what?
Everybody's on a different chapter in their life. Things are going to happen at different times, man. So stop stressing over your age, all right?
I'm 40 and I wasted my life. I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of. And if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s and you think you've got time, I'm telling you right now, you don't. In my 20s, I thought I was, you know, super deep and cool, and you know, because I had tattoos and you know, I knew some obscure bands and you know, played drums, and I thought being different was a personality. I wasn't building anything real. I was just.
It's crazy that he's 40 because he does not look 40. He looks like he's like 25 years old. That is insane. That is insane.
Chasing sex and novelty, you know, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. I wasted so many hours just trying to get, you know, validation from people who didn't care if I lived or died. At the end of the day, I thought my life was meaningful because it looked good.
Okay, that's a good point, man. It never live your life for others, okay?
I know people like that too, where it's like their goal or their validation is getting this done with, you know, like, is getting done with like, oh, I'm going to go to this party, or I'm going to do this drug, or I'm going to have sex with this female, or I'm going to do this. And it's like, you're living by validation, you know, like validating from other people. Like, I don't care, you know, like I have friends that tell me some shit. I don't talk to them as much anymore, but I have friends that tell me about stories about how they fucked this bitch, or they did this at a party, or they got into a fight over here. And like, it's sad to me because like, I don't give a fuck. And I know that like deep down, it's like they're searching for me to validate what they're doing. And I just don't care. And it's like, if I don't give a fuck, or that guy doesn't give a fuck, nobody gives a fuck, then what do you have to show for anything? You know, like validation shouldn't come from that. It should come from bigger goals and, you know, success. It shouldn't come from fucking, you know, just like getting STDs and doing dumb shit. You feel me? Like, enjoy your life.
You know what I'm saying? Don't live for your parents. And if you are a parent, bro, don't lose yourself trying to do all this stuff for your kids. Like, you know, I'm a parent. I'm a young parent of 3. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be one of my goals this year, is just to kind of get back into doing a lot of things I was doing before a parent. Like, you know, I used to always go play basketball. I used to go to the gun range a lot. But when I became a father, like, so I had twins first, you know what I'm saying? So that was a handful. Me and my girl, like, we was stressing. Then we had another one. But things are getting easier now, you know what I'm saying? So one of our goals for this new year is to, like, just prioritize ourselves more. You got to be the best version of yourself for your kids. So, you know, always put yourself first, but also, you get what I'm saying, bruh. Damn, why am I getting mad? Hold up, because y'all get what I'm saying, bro, right?
You know, look cool on MySpace. But, you know, all I was doing was burning through the most valuable years of my life.
I think a lot of people after 30 begin to question their choices and think, oh, if I could just go back in time and change XYZ thing, my life would be completely different. Right, no. But I actually watched this show recently that completely changed my perspective on a lot of this. It's called Becoming Erica. I'll give you a summary of the first episode. So Erica is a 32-year-old woman. She ends up going through a breakup. She gets a therapist. She tells this therapist that she wishes she could go back in time to some pretty like pivotal events in her life and change them, because she thinks that if she would be able to change them, her life would be completely different. So this therapist actually has the power to let her go back in time and change some of these events. So the first event was high school prom. What had happened originally was that she got really drunk. A bunch of her friends made fun of
there's just one thing that I do remember when I was younger and I was in high school. and it was like I think I was in 9th grade, and it was like I was getting into my first relationship, and I remember this one girl I used to talk to all the time for years. Like we knew each other since like elementary school, damn near, and I was really close with her, and I sort of was like in love with her, but not all the way. You know, it was like one of those things where it's like I never dated her, but we always would flirt, and we'd always talk, have each other's phone numbers, call each other at night, playing Fortnite, whatever, and I remember like I had a choice. I had to choose between her or this new girl that I just started fucking with. And I remember this. I was at a football game, and I remember I had to pick between both of them. And then this other girl too that I didn't really fuck with that much. But I had 3 girls to pick from at that football game, and I picked the girl that I barely knew. And I dated her for like 4 months. And the girl that I knew since like I was a little kid, like to this day, I talked to her after that and shit, and like we tried to get together, but it just never worked. And it just pissed me off because like sometimes I look back and I'm like, I wish I changed that. Like I wish I went back and picked her instead of her. You know, like why would I do that? And like I'm not even gonna lie, bro, like it gets deep too. Like you really do, like, because I don't regret certain actions. Like of course like things happen, but that was one of the biggest regrets in my life, was picking the other girl than her. And now the girl that I was friends with since I was a child, she has a kid and she has a husband. She's already, I don't think she's married. I don't know. I think she's just, yeah, she's in a situation, and it just like, it pisses me off, bro. Like sometimes I recently like had a dream about that bitch too. Like I swear to God, like I sometimes like, because after that I moved on. I got into a relationship for 3 years after that relationship, and I was having fun in college and doing whatever the fuck I want to do, just chilling. But I always remembered her, and I don't know, like, it's like one of those situations, like, if you didn't date or do something with the girl and you had a connection with her, you, like, always go, what if? Like, what if we did get together? Like, what would have been, you know, like, because we had that bond, we had that special connection, and maybe it would have worked out better than all the other girls, you know? And I don't know, like, sometimes I, like, that shit, like, I know when I quit nicotine or when I quit whatever the fuck in my vices, I will think about that shit. I probably might even damn near cry. I don't even know. Because, like, sometimes I regret, like, I have regrets, of course. I don't regret what I'm doing most of the time because, like, I know it's memories, you know? Like, you make memories every day, you know? You might do some dumb shit, it's a memory. As long as you're not doing it all the time, then it's not a memory, it's your life. But sometimes I deadass look at that situation, I'm like, what if? Like, what if, bro? And it fucks me up because, like, sometimes I don't even look at girls. Like I've like pushed away relationships in the last year or two that I could have been in a couple relationships, and I don't take them as seriously as I should have. Instead, I just use it as cheap fun, you know, like just fucking around and having fun. Versus like I don't take them as seriously because it's like you're not her, you know, and that pisses me off, bro.
Her, she ruined the night. And so this time when she went back, she decided not to drink at all. But then what ended up happening, because she decided to not drink at all, her friends got mad at her. One of her friends got too trashed because she was mad at her for not drinking with her at all, and then ended up staining her dress. And then the friend ended up going into the hospital. Erica had to watch her while she's going to the hospital. Meanwhile, the guy that she was trying to dance with at prom ends up making out with another woman. The main point of the episode and the show in general is that Erica keeps going back to certain memories in her life and trying to change them, thinking that if she could just do the right thing this time, that everything in her life would have been different. But instead of it actually being better, a lot of times a new problem ends up happening. And I think the reason this is so important, a lot of times people, as they get older, they tend to look back on their younger days and think that they should have done a bunch of things differently, not realizing that their environment was different than it was now. And a lot of times how we act is based off of our environment.
Yeah.
So for example, for me, of course I wish that I could go back into high school and middle school because I was a really big people pleaser. Because I was a people pleaser, I had a lot of issues growing up. A lot of my friends would kind of, you know, secretly bully me. I was kind of the laughing stock of my friend circle. I ended up actually being homeschooled sophomore year because I was getting so bullied. And of course I would love a world where I could just go back and change things and make myself more confident, thinking that it might get me better results. But the truth is that me being more confident or me being more kind isn't going to make my environment less mean.
Ageism don't work on me. Nigga, I felt younger the day I turned 30. Turning 30 is beautiful. This is my age gap right here. I felt a little out of place in my 20s anyways. But you're never gonna tell me I'm too old for shit. Nigga, I'd be 100 years old still posting. I don't give a fuck. But why is it that these young people think
that's why I say too is like I feel like people are just mad because it's like I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it's like an opinion. At the end of the day, your stupid ass morals or your fucking thoughts on a situation in general, especially about you're too old to do this, it's a fucking opinion, bro. It's not a fact. Most of the things that happen in the narratives that are pushed on the internet is just opinions. It's not a fact at all. It's an opinion. You know, so like you could have different opinions, cool, but don't sit here and back that opinion up like it's a fucking fact. It's not a fact. It's an opinion. It's an opinion for you to think that you're too old to have fun. You know, it's an opinion to think that, oh, you're 30 and you're not successful, you're a bum. You know, like, let's keep it a buck. Like, of course, like you work a job, you keep up with, you have a car, you have all your shit. You have no right or no place to actually call that human being a fucking bum. You know, or say that, oh, he doesn't, he's not doing this, he's doing that. Like, bro, like everybody's different, dude. Like, I don't judge people for their actions. I just wouldn't place myself in that position. You know, like I do strive to have more goals than just working a job. I work a job and I want to do YouTube, 2 YouTube channels. I'm trying to build an app. I want to do a lot of things. I can't speak on all the things I want to do, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to judge someone else for not doing what I'm doing. You know, like, it's cool. You do you, bro. Of course, I'm not going to have you in my environment as much as I would have when I was younger, because my fucking, my structure is different now. You know, like, that's the part about aging and being different. Most of the friends that I have back then we were just smoking weed, having fun, going to parties, hooking up, doing dumb shit. You know, like, I could change whatever I wanted to back then, but it still wouldn't have changed the fact that I was in an environment that produced that and promoted that towards me at a young age. So there was nothing I could do to change that. You know, like, and one of my friends in that position, like, he probably would want to go back now, but I mean, he's in a whole other environment. You know, lock in, be in your own time period. You know, we're human beings, we evolve. You're not going to know everything at a young age. You feel me? Like, I don't understand why everyone just thinks you're supposed to know everything once you're 20 or you're 19 or 24 or 25. You're supposed to be just a genius and you know how to do this and do that. Like, everybody's different, bro. Like, you're not the same person as the other person to your neighbor, you know? Like, we're all, come on.
You get, the less value you have. What are y'all gonna do when y'all turn 25, 30? You just gonna give up on life and stop enjoying yourself?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing, bro.
Like, we all die. Like, we all fucking die at the end of the day. Remember, you die. Like, why would we not want to enjoy our lives while we have it? You feel me? Like, one day I'm going to go to bed and not wake up, you know? Like, why would I not want to enjoy every day like it's my last? Of course, it doesn't mean you can't, you know, be a structured human being. But if you're working, you're doing your job, you know, you're putting in that effort, why would you not want to have fun on the side? You know, have a vice, have something to do. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
See somebody having fun, they'll be like, nigga, you 30, go start a family. And that shit be funny sometimes, but it really be like, damn, what's up with y'all? Why y'all so...
Like, bro, this is a big thing, too, is like, it just recently happened, too, because you have to mind you, like, the rappers back then, like Kendrick Lamar and like Drake, when they popped off, they were 27 years old. Nowadays, you got careers for rappers that end once they turn 23, 24. Like, if you're not a teenager, you're not a rapper anymore. Like, if you're not, like, come on, bro, you're really 25 but still rapping. Bro, most rappers started popping off at 27, 28. Like, Future is 41 years old, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, people deadass just forget that, like, back then it was different. Now it's like, oh my God, if you're this age or that age, bro, I'm like, you know, I turned 21 last year, like 2 years ago. I'm 23 almost in a couple of, in actually a week. I turned 23 on January 7th. Like, and if I went to a bar or a club, they're like, bro, you're really at a club or a bar, bro, you're too old to be doing that shit. Bro, I just turned the age to go to one. What are we talking about? Like, what?
Miserable.
Actually saying that, like, 30 now is different. We built social media, bro. We are like grandfathered into all this new age shit that y'all love. We was here when Instagram was just selfies, nigga, and people posting just random shit from work. Like, we was here when Facebook wasn't shit. We was here when MySpace was the shit. Why would we disappear as this bunch of snot-nosed ass kids that don't know history pop up? Nigga, I ain't going nowhere. So that, oh, you're 30, that shit don't work on me.
Yeah, facts.
Especially as a rapper. Because all the best rappers right now
yes.
are like 30, 35 plus.
Yeah, no,
like,
facts. Yeah, facts, bro. And they all popped off when they're like 28. Like, most rappers did not pop off at 21. I think the effect in 2018 when you see Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, X, and they're all 21 and when they died, but they popped off at 19, 18, that was a fucking random event for them to pop off like that. And they would have had successful careers if they all didn't die. They were fucking, it's just like that burnout effect where it's like, you gotta be this age to even rap. Like, bro, don't tell me you 34 still rapping, bro. That's like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, I don't.
Clips just dropped a classic. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. That shit's amazing. All the old nigga Slick Rick just dropped an album. Common and Pete Rock just dropped an album. Like, you're not going to tell me I'm too old for nothing. J. Cole is in his late 30s. Drake is in his late 30s. Kendrick is in his late 30s. A lot of these 20-something-year-old niggas don't last longer than a year or two.
They don't. That's when, like, the current span of rappers, they come in early teens, late 20s, they out the door soon. And one thing I'm noticing is that all the OGs, they still in the game. The rappers, when I was a kid, they still in the game. Drake, Kendrick, Cole,
Future.
them niggas. I remember when they first came out, I was in damn near elementary school. They still popping. That shit crazy. It's just something about the generation, like, we just want shit too fast. And, you know, you got to slow down. You got to
instant gratification.
You know what I'm saying? You got to build it up organically, like at a pace. One thing I'm realizing, bro, if you just shoot up, you're not really building a fan base. It's going to be hard.
Because they riding trends. Hell, Playboy Cardi is the same age as me. Nigga, you will never tell me I'm too old for shit.
Yeah.
I'll be 100 years old spitting bars, nigga, dropping content. You can't stop this shit.
Oh, God.
Ageism can kiss my ass, and you kids better learn how to get used to growing the fuck up, because it don't stop. Life don't stop when you turn 25, nigga.
That's it for this video, man.
Facts.
I just want to hop on here real quick and just talk.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
facts.
It's New Year's Eve. Another year down the hatch. And one thing to my youngest, bro, like Buddy was just saying, life do not stop when you get to 25, 30, 35, 40. In fact, bro, you be in your peak physicality around like 30 years old. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to cut that out, bro. It's just a social media thing for real, though. You know what I'm saying? You go in real life, bro. People ain't really talking like this, you know? But I hope y'all enjoyed this, man.
A long history of predicting the NBA has a long history of predicting its next stars and then being horribly wrong. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was picked 11th. Giannis went 15th. Jokic was a second rounder taken during
That's what I'm saying. A lot of the biggest picks nowadays have actually been like second rounds or even just late in the first rounds. You know, like, I mean, Austin Reeves is undrafted. You know, like the hype behind a player isn't as authentic as it should be. First picks usually become all-stars, but if they don't, dude, it's like, come on.
Taco Bell ad, and now pick number 16 of the 2023 draft, Keontae George, is showing us just how wrong scouts can be again. In the last 9 games, Keontae is averaging 30.8 points, 7 assists, and 5.2 rebounds per game, not only spiking him into all-star consideration, but the best part, Keontae George just turned 22 years old. This is not just a hot start. The signs for this explosion have been in front of our faces before Keontae ever stepped onto an NBA court. So our question today is, how did the league mess up this badly? Because you may be thinking, a 9-game stretch is nice, but how about Keontae's full season numbers? Well, here he is in year 3 compared to year 3 Shai, Steph, Russ, and Harden. As we can see, Keontae George is leading this group in scoring, is second in assists, and 3rd in rebounds. Are we in a more fast-paced era? Yes. But we have to admit, Keontae's numbers next to 4 MVPs look absurdly impressive, especially when we consider that when it comes to players taking the leap, there are always 3 noticeable changes we see as they rise to stars. Change number 1 is shooting efficiency. And in his first 2 seasons, Keontae George shot under 40% from the field. Not good, he was seen as an inefficient chucker. But now, he's gliding to the rim. He's draining threes from everywhere, he's moving off the ball, and his true shooting percentage of—
Most players have to adjust to their shooting. If you could put up the ball, cool. If you can get open shots, cool. But it's adjusting that. You know, like, I do find it actually, like, with LaMelo Ball is like weird, you know, like he puts up a lot of shots. If he could adjust his scoring to where he's actually getting efficient shots out and he could work on that, then he could be a threat because the amount of shots he puts up is insane. You know, like, I feel like adjusting players to the NBA is what makes the difference. You know, like, just because you're a good prospect or whatever for the picks, you know, in the draft, it's like you don't know how they're going to adjust differently than the person who's picked in the second round. Every player is different, and it's also their surroundings, their environment whenever they're pushed into the league. You know, like, if they're given hella minutes, they're given time to fucking grind and improve themselves and learn from their failures. That's what makes them fucking become like this, you know?
61.3% is only slightly behind Wemby and is actually better than Luka Doncic. Now, that's not saying that he is Luka Doncic. What it is saying is that Keontae is now producing at a level where the Jazz feel comfortable building the offense around him. So with all of these big name comparisons on the table, what exactly scared teams into letting Keontae slip to pick number 16? Well, in high school, Keontae was a top 10 recruit who had the chance to be a top 5 pick if he produced. And at Baylor, on the surface, the talent to be a future all-star even appeared to be there. When Keontae was in the zone, he was dropping 20 points with ease as his shot making just looked different. He was named Big 12 Rookie of the Year, but leaving college, two massive problems were plaguing him. The first was scouts were really labeling him as a potential inefficient gunner. Keontae was able to get any shot he wanted. He was very creative, but he made just 37.6% of his shots in college, a big time red flag. He also averaged just 2.8 assists per game, as his natural position was shooting guard, but in the NBA, that didn't look like it would work. So scouts also questioned his size. They questioned if he could transition over to the point guard spot. The fear wasn't, can he score? It was, can he run an offense in the NBA if he's never run one before? And as we know, if teams don't know what position you're going to play in the league, that can be an NBA draft death sentence.
Yeah.
Only for Keontae George, it turned out that the biggest flaw scouts saw in him would soon become his biggest strength. But before we continue, I will admit, I am always looking for the best ticket prices for St. John's games, which is why I want to give the spot, not just sports, and I have been that video. After the 2023 draft, Keontae George had a very interesting phone lock screen. Not a celebration picture, but a list. As we can see, Keontae was reminding himself of the weaknesses that
is insane. Yeah, work on your weaknesses. That is crazy. Shot selection, passing, turnovers. Oh my God, that's such a genius play. I think that's the best outlook you could have, is like looking at your failures and weaknesses and the chip in your armor, and really like working on those. Because why work on things that you're already good on if you can't work on your weaknesses? Like don't fix what's already broke. You know, like, I don't know how to, don't fix what's already working. Fix what's broken, you know? Like
scouts were judging him by athleticism, 3-point consistency, shot selection, and passing / turnovers.
Nice.
Yup. It turned out falling in the draft was the best thing that could have ever happened to him, because it lit a fire in him. Now, I mentioned before, when a player takes a leap, we can see 3 noticeable changes. Change 1 was the efficiency in his scoring, but now let's talk about change 2, Keontae's playmaking. He was a shooting guard his entire life, but this season, Keontae George is already 13th in the NBA in assists per game with 6.8. He is doing what scouts never believed he could do, running an offense, and we have seen his assist numbers noticeably improve year after year. Already great, assist numbers noticeably improve. He is doing what scouts never believed he could do, running an offense, 13th in.
LaMelo's on here. LaMelo's not on here? It's probably because of the games. I don't think LaMelo has played enough games to be on here. Damn, bro. Because LaMelo, I'm pretty sure LaMelo would be on here. I think he has 7 assists per game.
The NBA in assists per game with 6.8. He is doing what scouts never believed he could do, running an offense, and we have seen his assist numbers noticeably improve year after year. Already great, but get this. The most assists per game Kyrie Irving has had in a season was 6.9. For Shea, that career high is this season with 6.4. The point being here, score-first guards aren't supposed to take this much of a leap in playmaking, but Keontae is actually overperforming. He is proving through a tireless work ethic and film study that you really can grow into a point guard if the baseline ability is there. We see this in the game tape. Here against the Pistons, the defense jumps out on a 3-point attempt, and instead of throwing up a tough shot, Keontae feeds Nurkic for an easy layup. This only works because on this pick and roll, Keontae shows us he's more than willing to step into that 3 and knock it down. Now, on a similar play later in the game, Keontae is patient. He sees Lowry's defender help, and then he hits with a fake pass and feeds Lowry for an open 3. This is the kind of progression you want to see from a player who is not a natural point guard. And now, down 3 late, Keontae gets crowded. He needs to make a play, and he does have a shot, but instead, he finds a more open corner shooter. The point we have to take in here is that Keontae's scoring is what sets him apart, but because he's a threat from anywhere.
Because he's not taking a good shot, he's getting the best shot open, and that's what a lot of guards fuck up on, you know what I'm saying? Like, they sort of think that this is a situation where, oh, it's a good shot, I'll take it. No, sometimes you got to find the best shot, especially in the situation you're in too. Like, you know, it all depends. But I mean, if you have the ability to find the best shot, I'd take that over a good shot.
Just making the right play is what unlocks his team's offense to its full potential. But speaking of scoring, tie game, shot clock off.
Gotta get a good one here. Jazz can win with a bucket. Keontae splits in the paint. Got it! Keontae with 2.1 to play against the beast of the East.
And this game winner shows us the third change in Keontae's play. I would also say the most impressive change. He's becoming immune to pressure. If you are going to be the best player, the best scorer on any team, you are going to have your name near the top of the scouting report, which means you need to be able to score in any situation against the other team's best perimeter defender, which makes what Keontae is doing that much more impressive. Everywhere on the stat sheet, he is improving. Keontae is taking the ball to the rim with so much more confidence, and he's making over 3 more free throws a game this year, which ranks him 7th in the league in free throws made per game, and he's shooting over 90% on his free throws, which is crazy, but it gets better. His 3-point shooting is up, and so is his percentage at the rim. This season, Keontae is shooting 75.6% at the basket, compared to last year where he shot just 62.7. Defenses are hounding him. They are treating him like a star, but it doesn't matter. He is making shots with hands in his face anyway. And at this point, I really think we are looking at an early rise to stardom. Everywhere we look, we see a real origin story of a man who is going to make his mark on this league. The only question is, what is Keontae George's limit? And there we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I really think you're going to like the videos that are currently on the
So mukbangs, if you don't know what a mukbang is, basically.
Hold up, why is this so low in quality right now? Hold up, what the fuck? There we go.
So mukbangs, if you don't know what a mukbang is, basically someone eating on camera. That's pretty much it. They've been around for a while now, and every now and then while I'm on TikTok, I'll scroll past one. It'll end up
mukbangs piss me the fuck off. I just don't understand the point of it. Like you're just eating a whole bunch of fucking food. I mean, it's cool, bro. It's like you do you, but I mean, especially McDonald's ones too. It's like, oh my god, like what the fuck? I cannot eat that much food.
Having like hundreds of thousands of likes, millions of views, and they very popular. Now, a common theme that I noticed with a lot of these mukbangs is the amount of food that they're eating. And this is a problem that we do have in America, man. Obesity, overconsumption, greed.
At McDonald's.
Oh,
okay, so I got one
no.
McChicken, 2 McChicken, McDouble.
Oh my good. Bro, I don't understand the hype for McDonald's. It's not even that good. I mean, I get a Big Mac if I really get some food there. It's like decent, but like just mukbangs in general is like, bro, you're gonna die. Like I don't understand this shit.
Another McChicken?
Yeah.
Another McDouble?
Yeah. Now, today we're gonna be talking about 2 mukbangers in specific that I've came across. A creator named Tismala and Jay Boolin. Now, for some reason, these dudes was beefing, and it popped up on my For You page, so I did a deep dive and started watching them.
Every day we got tostones, large shrimp fried rice, 2 orders of scallops. Just smile out, let me quench my thirst.
Oh man.
So this is the Tismala dude, and like I said, look at these
Just my love.
portions.
Just gotta pop it.
All this damn grunting, bro. Chill. Yeah.
Fried pickles.
I mean, he's literally just eating himself to, you know, a casket. And he's recording it, bro. This is crazy. Yeah, people donating to him doing this. Like, y'all killing him.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch.
Every day we eat good.
Popeyes.
Just my love. 2-piece chicken and a biscuit with 2 sides. They don't have no fork. So that's unfortunate.
This is like really sad.
They best me 2 breasts.
Damn, bro.
Man.
Damn, bro.
Like, I don't understand how he's out of breath while eating, though.
$6
All this goddamn grunting, bro. My goodness.
Send me money to my cash app. I'm hungry. Send me money to my cash app so I can eat tomorrow.
And there's people actually sending him money. The internet is not real. Why are y'all sending this
My
nigga
money
money?
getting low, y'all. Send me money to my cash app, please. Send me money for gas so I can work for Uber.
I'm going to the hospital now. I couldn't breathe. I'm done with this vehicle. They're gonna have to pick it up for me.
Now, this is the other guy. His name is Jay Boolin. They pretty much have the same archetype. What's up with this damn moaning, bro? They gotta be doing this shit on purpose. I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh man.
Feel me?
Bro, fuck. Dude, that's like one of my, man. That's like one of the biggest things too. Is like sometimes I feel bad for people, but then it's like the choices that you make, bro. Like you're over here and like causing the situation on yourself, bro. It's fucked.
Multiple eats, man. Got the meatballs, man. Feel me?
No vegetables in sight.
Yeah.
Mini sausages, man. Feel me? Pause, man. Feel me? Got the cake, man. Feel me?
Oh.
You know, we just all types of fooded up, man. Feel me? Every day we got, man. Feel me? God bless. Nigga for this beautiful love. Listen.
And I mean, these have like hundreds of thousands of views, y'all. Maybe it's people like talking about them, but these brothers are literally eating themselves to death. I don't see nothing funny about this shit. It's just sad. It could be like a call for help. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people use food as. That's sad, bro.
Spare rib tips, man. Feel me?
I don't feel you, bro.
rice.
I don't feel you.
Yeah.
Feel me?
I don't.
Egg wash. Feel me? Every day we eat good.
Honestly, these brothers could be calling out for help. A lot of times people use food, you know, as a coping mechanism. If they sad, they eat. If they mad, they eat. And within the black community, man, we have a higher rate of certain health problems, you know, heart disease, high blood pressure. It all stems back by design. Growing up in the hood, I mean, there are not many healthy, you know.
I mean, bro, like I think I learned the hard way, bro. I mean, I seen with ramen noodles. Like ramen noodles is definitely a struggle meal in general. But I mean, most of the struggle meals that I ate when I was a kid would be just bread. I hate when people were like, "Oh, I put fucking this and that on bread, mustard sandwiches." Like, bro, just eat bread by itself. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna eat fucking the most randomest tarnation of shit on a piece of bread. Like, I'm just gonna eat the bread by itself. It tastes better. But ramen noodles though has a crazy sodium intake inside of it. Like just one of them is like I think your daily sodium or like half of your daily sodium, maybe even more. I think it's like 1,000 or something milligrams of sodium. It's insane. That's why I stopped eating ramen noodles in general because I mean it's easier, it's cheaper, but it could kill you in the long run way faster.
Food stores. You may have a food line or like a Piggly Wiggly or something, but it's also littered around with gas stations with, you know, cheap, accessible foods that, you know, you may not think are bad. For example, ramen noodles. Like that's a staple in pretty much every black person's home growing up in the hood. And you know, whenever your parents didn't cook nothing, you know, you ate you some ramen. Ramen is horrible. It is loaded up with sodium, so many preservatives, and it's not a good food. Another one, for example, Campbell's soup. The creator literally just came out and said, I would never eat that stuff. It's for poor people. It's bad.
Campbell's is in hot water after their VP was caught on a hot mic saying that their soups use bioengineered meat and that only poor people eat them. In the recording, he said this.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit? I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. So healthy. Now that I know what the in it, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
If the vice president of the company is talking about his soup this way, I'm never eating it again. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and make sure to follow if you want to get all your news in one place.
Now, that's just one example. I'm pretty sure it's thousands out there. But a step in the right direction for a lot of us in the black community, man, is to start taking our health serious. Start eating right, exercising, reducing stress levels, all that type of stuff. I tell y'all all the time, I'm plant-based, but I don't think everybody got to be plant-based. The goal that you should follow, though, is to eat a whole food diet. So, for example, a whole food. Instead of you eating some fries from the store that's prepackaged, get you a potato, cut it up yourself, make your own fries. Now, on the other hand, man, I do feel for the person that is going to work 8 hours a day, coming home, they probably don't feel like cooking, so they stop by and get some fast food. And like I say, man, capitalism is the downfall of everything. You don't really have time to prioritize your self-health. Once you realize that food can either be your medicine or your downfall, you will look at it a different way.
I didn't understand why gluttony was a sin until I saw some of these mukbangers and TikTok food creators.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, damn, God was spitting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to mind my business, but it's TikTok and I'm going to say whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
That shit is disgusting.
It's very
my
disgusting.
whole life, I had always wondered how people would balloon to 500, 600, 700 pounds. And thanks to the internet, now I know it's because they are literally shoveling food into their mouth.
Pounding.
They barely take breaks in between eating. They just shove one of the 3 2-liter sodas down their gullet. And they drain the whole thing quick, too. They deep throat it. So they can go through the second extra large Papa John's stuffed crust cheesy pizza. And I guess what I wonder the most of all is how the family...
Bro, I can't eat a lot of food like that. Like I might gorge for a sitting because I work night shifts, so I try not to eat at night. It just doesn't feel healthy as much. But I just can't see how people deadass eat that much food. because like I just get tired of food. Like it's like, bro, I eat good food, cool, and then I'm done. Like I'm not trying to eat food every second of the day. Like it is dead ass depression though. It is depression. That is one of the leading causes to eating that much food. Is like I've seen it firsthand with like my family. You know, like I've know people that are like my siblings. You know, like some cousins. You know, they overeat because of depression. Like they just don't know any better. Like they don't have any other vices. And maybe they do have a vice and they still eat, which is even worse. You know, like you got to pick a vice. You feel me? Like you can't go out of your way. I'm going to smoke nicotine. Then I'm going to eat a hell of food. Then I'm going to drink beer. Then I'm going to smoke weed. Like pick one fucking thing, bro. Like don't pick it all. Like holy shit.
Emily lets it get to that point.
Yeah.
Like surely
like my one vice is nicotine. I'm not going to lie. I do need to quit. But other than that.
Pound 300. Somebody has to speak up and be like, hey, maybe let's
cut off
throw
that
some veggies
shit.
in there.
Like
Wanna-
I never understood kids, like parents that have obese children. You're feeding your kids. I'm sorry. Like
yeah, you're feeding your kids to straight up be obese. Like it's damn near child abuse in my opinion. I grew up on vegetables. I did not grow up fat at all. I didn't grow up big. Of course, nowadays I'm like 200 pounds, but I'm also 6'3", 6'4", so it's like it spreads out pretty evenly. But I grew up on vegetables. Like I love broccoli. I love carrots. I love green beans. I love my greens. I love asparagus, collard greens. I love all Brussels sprouts. Like I love that shit. It tastes so fucking good. You feel me? Like I don't understand how people dead us are like, ew, vegetables, fuck no, or water. Like, bro, water is the most refreshing thing you could possibly drink. The only soda I actually drink willingly is Dr. Pepper. I actually fuck with Dr. Pepper pretty heavy. But I don't drink Coke. I don't drink Pepsi. I don't drink Sprite. Maybe Canada Dry or like ginger ale because it's good for you when you're sick. But other than that, I don't sit and drink sodas, especially fucking Fanta. You feel me? Like I'm not drinking fucking a blueberry fucking soda. Like, come on, bro.
if you get to a point a certain weight, we're going to make limits. Some people might be like, oh, it's child's. No, if your child fat, that's your problem.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Take a walk with me. 30-minute walk.
Yeah,
maybe.
like,
but
let's
the point
go.
is that the eating, the hunger is so excessive. It's an addiction. That's what it is. It's literally an addiction to eating. And it's always depressing when I see somebody who's suffering from that and they don't have anyone stepping in to help them. Because there is clearly a disorder at play here. Has to be. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Yeah, DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. Let's see what's in his fridge, y'all.
That's just insane, bro.
Diabetes. That's what I see.
Like, bro, how are you even eating all that? You feel me? Like, one thing is probably what I have in my fridge, like one of these, and it might be like a fucking one of these, like the fruit ones. But, bro, having all of these is like, come on, bro. Like,
that's not a flex. That's not a flex, Khaled. You got all that money, my nigga, but what's that point of having all that money? You go, they be playing, man. They keep playing, bro. Keep playing around, man. That's pretty much it, though, man. I don't want to talk too crazy on folks. I don't know what they going through. Like I said, food can be a coping mechanism. But at the end of the day, bro, y'all got to start taking y'all health serious. You only get one life. You get one vessel. Cherish it. Think of yourself as a plant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every day you're going to water that. You're going to give it the sunlight. You're going to give it the nutrients. Do that to yourself. You'll be your best, healthiest, happiest version of yourself. If you got family and friends that you see going down this path, step in. Be like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Are you going through something? Like, let's go on a walk. You know, like I really feel like this needs to be addressed, especially in the black community, man. We have a lot of obesity, a lot of health problems that can hinder us from achieving greatness, bro. And it starts with that first. It also builds a sense of discipline. It just isn't cool. But no more talking, man. If y'all want to see something similar to this, go check out Black People, Consumerism, and
damn, I wish I could react to that, but I can't. Some of these I need to react to, but I can't. All right. Okay, time to actually post these videos real quick. That is definitely one of the things I do see a lot of the times is like a lot of people, they're fighting that fucking that demon inside their head, just being like eat. You know, like as much as I try my best to like, you know, look at things from a standpoint where it's like it's your fault, it's this, it's that. But I mean, I can never really fully judge someone for what they do. You know, like if you fucking really believe that this is you, you know, I don't know. It just sucks in my opinion. Like I just don't understand it. Like we're gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, you know, like that's they did it to themselves. They definitely did. You know, like this is your choice to be this overweight or this fat. You know, like it's not. You can't sit here and blame anybody else but yourself. It's your surroundings and what you pick up and shit. That's the one thing I do pride myself in, is that I don't have an addiction to food in general. Like I'm not over here like eating food because like I don't know, but I understand though, bro. Like there was a period of time in my life where dead ass like to cope, I would just get a whole bag. Like I remember this too. I'd come home from work, a long day at work, right when I was like 19, 18, and I would dead ass buy like fucking like a whole bunch of candy. Like a whole bunch of candy and a whole bunch of different types of fucking like sweet food and like, you know, combos and all types of food. And I'd go get I'd get my cart and I'd hit the fuck out of my shit. And it was a big deal. It was definitely an addiction, bro. And it was a coping mechanism because I was going through it. Like I just graduated and I didn't know how to fucking act, you know, like I didn't know what was wrong with me almost. Like I was like, why am I feeling like this? Why do I want to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
No, you're not.
But, now that I'm getting older and shit, I see how it really is. You know, you can't sit over here and blame other people. You gotta blame yourself. It's a learning experience for sure. Like in general, you control the narrative on yourself. You know, like if you know, that's your fault. You know. This is the first time I've actually I'm gonna be uploading again on whatchamacallit. I have not uploaded at all in a minute on Chazawol. Like I've not uploaded on Chazawol in a fucking minute, dude. Actually speaking, let me not post on Chazawol. I want to wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna post on more Chazawol again. I think more Chazawol deserves a little bit more. Upload videos, select files. I just treat this shit differently than I used to, bro. I don't know. It's just like this is a mentality that I've built off of this, so they can make money. It's a lot of smart marketing, but it's not a get rich quick type of thing. You feel me? It has to be something new. Yeah, it's gonna be a process, but I will work with Mark on this. It'll be his and my app. Regardless though, with I think a bigger issue with society isn't just trying to get rich, but a lot of people don't have goals or anything other than work. That is one thing I pride myself in, is that I will always be busy working on something else. I can't understand how people don't try to achieve more, regardless of being rich, but the ability to have something that's yours, and in building it. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It's just a way of life. And if you don't want a pathetic waste. Alright, cool. But I don't know though. In my eyes, I just don't understand how some people just don't want to strive for more. Like life is so fucking, you know, like it's so quick and it's so you know, driven to the point where it's like, if you don't want more in life, like what do you want? You know, like I want success just so I could have something else, you know. It's not even about success. It's not about being fucking, oh, I own a Lamborghini Urus and I'm rich as shit. It's just like not having something that's yours, that you create, that you put your mind into. Is like, it's sad to me. It's like the grind for something, you know, like that's why I do what I do, because it's like, this is mine. This is my brand. This is my name. This is my likeness, you know? Like, even if I stream to nobody every day, I don't care, you know? Like, I used to stream to a bunch of people. Like, I've reached tops of different areas. Like, I've reached peaks of, like, viewerships that I never thought was possible. And to see myself basically be at the standpoint of where I'm starting it all over like it's nothing. You know, it's like if you just told someone, hey, I'm gonna start a whole nother channel and rebuild everything. Check this out. You know, like, that's basically what I'm doing at this point. Like, I'm completely rebuilding my name and likeliness